All right, so now I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. All right, so okay, listen. Obviously, you see the title, yeah. Shout out to Very Dark Man. This ain't no disrespect thing or anything like that. All right. So before you come here and think it's a disrespect thing, relax. All right. But what I do want you to do is, if you are a Very Dark Man fan, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, because more content in regards to Very Dark Man and whatever he posts, I will react to it. All right. It's just inevitable at this point. However, the thing we will discuss today is in regards to the situation that is happening with Tim Westwood. All right. Now, the thing is that with Very Dark Man, obviously he is the Nigerian youth president, basically. All right, technically unofficial, but it is what it is, right? But like the reality is, why do I say I want him to talk about it? Because he has that much influence, and with that much influence, he can get Tim Westwood out there and face the charges he's about. You know what I mean? But first of all, let's get into it so you know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? No long talk. So first of all, where we're gonna go is Fesify. Shout out to Fesify, even though you know. So Tim Westwood, right? We're gonna go to this first. All right. You see, dark real. We're gonna react to this soon, but let me get to this one first. Tim Westwood charged with 4 counts of 4, and he fled to Nigeria. This charge happened before. Sorry, this charge happened after he fled to Nigeria. The question is, with all the allegations that were on his name, why did he flee to Nigeria? Why did they not hold him account like before he caught a flight? You understand? But let's just keep it moving. All right. Make sure you hit the like. Avec ce que ça implique d'ennemis qui veulent baiser mes putains, voir mon nom manger mon pain de mie.
Today, Polestar released. Tell us what you saw.
This is serious. Tim Westwood's been charged now with 4 counts of rape. Of course, on his channel, we've made so many videos about him. It now says in the official BBC News.
I will react to every video Fesify has done in regards to this. The reason why is obviously because at the end of the day, I have sort of talked about it before, and this is even before Fesify had been talking about it. Well, did I react to it? I can't remember. But anyway, let's keep it moving as well. But the fact of the matter is, this information has been out there in terms of these allegations. But let's keep it moving because, yeah.
Ex-BBC Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood has been charged with 4 counts of rape, the Metropolitan Police has said. The 68-year-old has also been charged with 9 counts of indecent assault and 2 counts of sexual assault. The charges relate to 7 women, with the accusations spanning from 1983 to 2016. This is a
1983 to what? 2016. And the irony of him with, well, I don't know if Fesify purposely did this to find this image, but the video of Tupac's movie All Eyes on Me, yeah, All Eyes is on you, Tim Westwood. Like, do you know what I mean? In fact, I was watching a video, I might have to react to it on my other channel, on Real Versatile channel, but in regards to, I think it's Omar Gooden, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother, and basically he was talking about how, you know what I mean? If she put it this way, actually, they're 2 different things. They're 2 different things. The point is, at the end of the day, with this particular situation, yeah, Tim Westwood is out of it. He's out of it.
30-year-plus situation. It says that Tim Westwood is set to appear in magistrate's court on the 11th of November. The chief crown prosecutor said...
Yeah, on the 11th of November. Do you think... Hear me out here. This is what I need to understand. You can even answer the comments below. If someone from the UK has... Like, how do you charge someone of so-and-so crimes and they're supposed to appear in court at a particular date and time, but they are in a different country when they have been charged? Does that even make any sense? Wouldn't it make sense to say, you know what, let's bring him back over to the UK first, let's then charge him, then arrest him, because usually that's how it goes. They get arrested, then charged. Ain't that how it normally goes? Or am I wrong? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Let's go.
Prosecutors have established that there is sufficient evidence to bring the case to trial, and this is in the public interest to pursue criminal proceedings. The Crown Prosecution Service reminds everyone that the criminal proceedings are active and the defendant has the right to a fair trial. It's extremely important that there's no reporting or commentary or sharing of information online that could have in any way prejudiced the proceedings. This is serious now.
I understand what they're saying. I completely understand what they're saying. But here's the thing. Tim Westwood is a public figure. And I'm not saying that if people talking about it, like I'm suggesting Very Dark Man to talk about it, but I'm not saying that at the end of the day it's going to have a sway in whoever the jury is to make a decision or whatever, because that's besides the point. It needs to be talked about and the problem needs to be resolved. Do you get it? So, and the fact that he's able to go to different countries. I even heard that he went to Jamaica as well. You understand? This guy is older than some of the African and Caribbean countries. Like, I need you to deep that for a minute. But anyway, let's go.
Actual offences. Made a few videos about the accusations against Tim Westwood on this channel, highlighting it, and now there's actual charges.
The BBC is apologising for not acting more quickly against bullying and misogynistic behaviour from Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood. 3 years ago, 18 women accused Westwood of predatory and unwanted sexual behaviour between 1992 and 2017. An independent report found the broadcaster failed to investigate the claims properly, with the BBC board acknowledging it had been too deferential to high-profile individuals. Westwood has denied all allegations.
One of the last videos I made, I actually said how he was out in Nigeria still doing gigs. It's like he fled the UK because he see this coming. Just watch this last.
Thank you, Fesify. Thank you for saying exactly that. Because that's exact. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, the situation with Diddy, right? Yeah. He saw what was coming. So what did he do? He tried to come to the UK, do your show in the UK, have one locker room with gigs. That was a sorry gigs. You're the landlord and that. Get me. The landlord, or not just SE15 and that, the landlord. So let me pay him some real respect. But no, in all seriousness though, this is exactly what Diddy did. Yeah. He didn't necessarily flee to the UK like that to stay in the UK, because he still eventually went back to America anyway. But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this was just before the Cassie case as well, the civil lawsuit which he filed, which he basically was more or less settled within 24 hours. You understand? And even before that, he was giving out the publishing, is it the publishing and the masters or something like that, to the majority of artists that were on Bad Boy Entertainment, which Mace was calling for the longest time, and Diddy was refusing. Diddy even refused Mace to get in a position where he can sign to 50 Cent's G-Unit Records. I remember that, to the point where Mace was just having a little not a little cameo. We had a cameo in the music video Window Shopper. If you know, you know. But let's go.
Video that I posted on the channel about his situation. People are now saying that this guy is on the run to
and unwanted sexual behaviour between 1992 and 2017. An independent report found the broadcaster failed to investigate the claims properly, with the BBC board acknowledging it had been too deferential to high-profile individuals. Westwood has denied all allegations.
One of the last videos I made, I actually said how he was out in Nigeria still doing gigs. It's like he fled the UK because he see this coming. Just watch this last video that I posted on the channel about his situation. People are now saying that this guy is on the run to Nigeria. What the hell is happening to the most successful UK DJ of all time? We have to go back to the start.
I need to react to that. Most successful UK DJ. Let's put this into perspective. He was able to be in a position when hip hop was emerging globally, especially within the UK. And because of his, let's be real, because of his complexion, he was able to, you know what I mean, do what was necessary. But however, he abused his power of positioning. You understand? But let's go.
So basically, the company that themselves employed Tim Westwood for 19 years released a documentary where many black women all come out saying that they was abused by Tim Westwood in one way or another. Some of the accusations were so serious, and it was even some underage girls, so the police have got involved, and the BBC themselves decided to conduct an independent investigation to find out more information. They said that now 37 complaints have happened across the years, and they could have done a lot more to stop Tim Westwood. A lot of the complaints were dealt with on an individual basis rather than looking at
No, but see, here's the thing. Don't that remind you of, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say the guy's name in it, but I'll just say the acronyms of his name. JS. They could have done a lot better, but they didn't. You know what I mean? But anyway.
that now 37 complaints have happened across the years, and they could have done a lot more to stop Tim Westwood. A lot of the complaints were dealt with on an individual basis rather than looking at the bigger picture. The police have interviewed Tim Westwood on 4 separate occasions, and at any point now they could arrest him if they have enough evidence through the CPS. But some of these accusations are so many years back, and because of the backlash right now, Tim Westwood's been spending a lot of time abroad doing gigs in Nigeria. But of course, everyone's going to have the same questions as always. Why does it take so long? This is 30 years of offending. This man has been part of the industry, glorified by the government-funded media, the BBC, one of the biggest, most trusted outlets.
Not even the government-funded media. Do you know, yeah, if you didn't know, yeah, but basically, in the UK, there's this thing called TV license, yeah? It is that money that goes towards that organization. That's just a pure fact. Even Gary Lineker made a little bit of a joke about it when he was quoted as the highest, I think, the highest paid person in the BBC or something like that. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go.
Same ones reporting that he has been arrested. It's wild. Let's not forget, we even interviewed on this channel Mike Righteous, the guy that's been exposing Tim Westwood before anyone. Tim Westwood, Sack City.
No. Well, yeah, I remember that. Sack City. Sack City B, Sack City. Hey, listen, I remember that. But prior to Mike Righteous, there was Ty, like rest in peace, Ty, and also Rodney P. You know what I mean? One of the pioneers in the UK rap scene as well. So let's just get that fact straight. You know what I mean?
So you was like the first person ever to speak out against Tim Westwood and the funny stuff he was doing. I think you even said you're more known for touching girls that are 15.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I mean,
talk to me.
So yeah, I'm just like I said, like I'm a student of the game. I study the game. From the minute I was introduced to UK hip hop, and I was very young through SVTV. Westwood's, I had Westwood's CD back when he was releasing compilations. Like we've always known about Westwood, like, and even then. Like, Westwood was synonymous with this rumor that he just liked them young, bro. Like,
and you know where that rumor came from? Again, it's not about who said it first or whatever done first, but I'm saying that rumor came obviously because it was spoken about before. That's why.
I mean, you can sit here and say, yeah, allegedly, but.
Hey, Westwood. Hey, you like it young?
Where we stand right now is Tim Westwood has been out of work for a while and has numerous charges to fight, and obviously he has the right to a fair trial. They had that BBC 3 documentary, and many people was saying after watching that, if there's so many women speaking out and saying he's done this kind of stuff, why has he not been charged? The CPS contemplated doing it for a long time now, and the same way he's been charged, and it's still going to take a lot of time to get through to a trial, and you see how the UK justice system plays this stuff out. So
this is why I'm saying, like, VDM 100% needs to speak out about this, because if he speaks out about this will get sped up. You understand? It will get sped up to the point where it means that Tim Westwood has to come back to the UK. He has to come back to the UK and then face those charges and get arrested. It has, like, bare minimum. bare minimum. But let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Come to this for probably another year. The BBC themselves already put their hands up and said sorry about the missed opportunities of his behaviour. They conducted their own non-criminal investigation into him, and now it's the police's turn to see what he did to these women. The list of all the offending is so long, and we'll go through a couple of the accusations. In 1983, a 17-year-old girl was indecently assaulted in the Fulham area of London. 1986, a woman in her 20s was sexually assaulted in Vauxhall area, London. Between 1995 and 1996, a female between the ages of 17 and 18 was odd in London. It's also alleged that the same woman was sexually assaulted in central London within the same time frame. Between 2000 and 2001, a female the age of 17 and 18 was odd and sexually assaulted in London. These are all young women. 2010, a woman in her 20s again is odd in London. In 2010, a woman in her 20s again is sexually assaulted in Strode. In 2016, a woman in her 20s is sexually assaulted in the Finchley area of London. These are serious
And think about
offenses.
it, if he's been doing this for so many years, and I'm going to say allegedly because obviously, you know what I mean, just to protect myself from a legal basis. But the reality is, if he's been doing this for so many years, what makes you think he's not trying to do all these things in Nigeria, for example, or in Jamaica? And as we know now, he's in Nigeria. What makes you think he's not trying to do that? Think about it. Just think. Let's go.
Of all young women. Obviously, we've been given updates on the channel about this case and the CPS investigating it, the documentary, everything. It hasn't been that widely covered. Now it will more because he's being charged, but women have been confronting him that knew about this and watched what happened.
Why do you think it's okay to harass and sexually assault black women?
Say it.
Why do you think it's always been okay to sexually assault black women?
Please.
What? Do you think that we're less than? Do you think we're not worth it? Do you think we're not worth it?
It's all
Don't call.
See, that's one thing, right? Anyway, I remember seeing this when that first came out, and people were saying, "Oh, she's basically, abusing him or whatever." But the reality is, it's just confrontation. It's just like TMZ. Okay, maybe you could say whatever, but like, the reality is, it does always seem as though when it comes to black women or black girls, this is always the case. There's always someone of position of power feeling like they can take advantage. You understand? And feel like they can get taken, they can get away with it, but you can never get away with this stuff, no matter how many years.
What happened?
Why do you think it's okay to harass and sexually assault black women?
Say it.
Why do you think it's always been okay to sexually assault black women?
Please.
What? Do you think that we're less than? Do you think we're not worth it? Do you think we're not worth it?
It's all
Don't
false
call me baby.
allegations.
Don't call me baby.
It's all false allegations.
Okay, can you explain why it's false allegations?
It is all false allegations.
Tim Westwood.
Sorry.
Sorry?
It's all false allegations.
Yeah, so you've never touched underage black girls? Allow it. Who are you talking about? Allow it. Who are you?
Do you allow me?
Don't allow you what? Do you think it's been alright to harass and sexually assault black women?
I've never done that.
You've never done that?
Never done that,
So where
period.
did them stories come from then?
They're all false allegations.
False allegations?
Period.
So they were lying?
Period.
Yeah?
And I will prove that.
So when are you going to prove it?
As soon as I get my opportunity and trust, I'm ready.
Because haven't you been arrested?
See, this is precisely the problem. If he says he is innocent, right, and he wanted to prove it, why did you go to Nigeria? Why did you flee to Nigeria? You understand? Like, why?
Arrested recently?
No, I haven't been arrested, please. Allow it.
Don't allow me, bruv.
Allow it.
Yeah? So you didn't do it then?
He worked there for so long. He was a massive part of the BBC on different platforms. He was even given artists advice on coming up. He was trusted at the BBC, and he'd done this investigation all this time later because he had power there and they needed him. When they no longer need him and he's moved on his life, now they come at him all these years later. And the BBC just come out, who have the most responsibility, they're government funded, and just say, we've done an investigation now and we're sorry.
Now that I'm older, realise that, it was grooming and predatory, but at that time you didn't want the shame because, I'll get the blame, not him. I'll get the blame because I'm no one. So I just kept quiet, because then you won't get pointed and looked at, oh yeah, that's the girl that, accused, Tim of sexually abusing her when she was underage.
I didn't know how old he was.
It was these stories from 18 black women who came forward in 2022 to detail what they described as unwanted predatory sexual behaviour and touching against the former BBC Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood that triggered this report. Tim Westwood was known for his love of hip-hop, championing the genre on UK radio from the early 90s. The BBC today apologised, saying it fell short because the report found a considerable body of evidence that it failed to investigate properly.
20 years Tim Westwood was at the BBC. That is a very, very long time. You're telling me complaints couldn't have been investigated any earlier?
Of course they couldn't. You know why? Because they had deep investment in the guy. That's why. Let's see what people are saying in the comments though, real quick. So, all right, cool. BBC never been hiding these wrong'uns. Never pay a TV license, lad. You see? I'm losing count on all these outrageous BBC ex-employees. For real. I can't believe he's nearly 70. Well, I can. I can. It is about time. But he needs to be arrested and then be put where he belongs. Get me? Real justice is happening. Get me? Real justice is happening. That's the best way I can put it. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. I'm going to show you a clip of the most recent clip I've seen of him being in Nigeria. Give me a second. Let me try see if I can find it. Let me go to Twitter. Hold on. So yeah, man. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah, like, do you think VDM should be talking about it? Because I personally do. Like, look, my platform ain't as big. Oh, I've got to sign back in. This is mad. All right, let me go back to YouTube. It will be on YouTube. Like, it's just one of those ones here where you're like, okay, well, what can be done? Like long-term wise, do you get what I'm trying to say? Not like this is just mad because the BBC being wrong as well. Anyway, I'm not talking to BBC like that for. What was it? So it was BBC. No, Tim Westwood, Nigeria, 2005, October. I'm pretty. All right, so listen, hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification. In fact, this wasn't it. I'm going to go to the Twitter real quick. Accept cookies. Sign in. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, honestly, again, IDM should be talking about this. Such a big deal. Like it's such a big deal, man. It's sad that unfortunately some women have to go through that. Because I'm like, hang on, how do you? Where is it? There you go. Here we go. Here we go. The thing is, if you're in Nigeria right now, yeah, let me ask you this question. Do you even know who this guy is? Leave your answer in the comment section below. I doubt it. I doubt it. And this is the thing, yeah. Remember that video we saw earlier within the thing, yeah? Like, he was, the fact that he's calling her baby, like, what, like, don't, why are you calling her baby? Like, you know what I mean? I remember, it's like the older you get, you start to realize, you understand? You start to analyze things a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's get back onto YouTube, and then we'll break it down further for why VDM should be talking about. You know what I mean? What's his name? Tim Westwood. Yeah, because you may think, oh, it's not that serious. No, it's serious. Yeah, it's serious. So turn on your bell notifications. Get me when they first start. aka the Alkebulan trust and trust when it comes to all things reactions. But right now we're going to react to the dark reality behind Tim Westwood. All right. So this was posted 8 days ago. Let's see something real quick. Let's see when was this posted. The other thing was. All right. So the Mike Crisis interview. Watch another time. All right. But yeah, I think Fesify just broke it down further in this one. So we'll just you know who blamed to him?
Counts of indecent assault. Even when I made the video to Tim Westwood's situation, which got a lot of traction, it was still just a situation and rumours in the air, but now he's been charged. Where did this all go wrong for Tim Westwood, and what is the dark reality behind him? You will find out in this video.
UK rap.
Where it went wrong? It went wrong from him doing wrong to people. Yeah? When you do wrong to others, especially intentionally, and you do it from a place of trying to take advantage of people, you understand? That's where things are gonna go wrong. You don't get me. Wrongers, listen, I'm gonna say this for a pure fact. Wrongers don't last in this life like that. You know what I mean? You may see and think, oh well, he's being successful. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. But let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Get much love on the radio or on the TV, so like grateful of this opportunity for you to come up and do your thing for real. You know what I'm saying? We got all the UK eyes representing, putting in the work.
Back in the late 1970s, early 1980s, Tim Westwood begins DJing at Northwest London clubs. He was a Walmart for a reggae DJ. He starts building his reputation in the black music scenes despite his background being a white man. Now, he creates and presents the BBC Open Space documentary, Bad Meaning Good, on hip-hop culture, and gains further visibility on ITV's Night Network with Ensign Radio and the Rap Show, positioning him in the early UK hip-hop
I can't even lie.
He joined
I ain't trying to judge in it, but he looked like a creep. You know them ways there. I ain't trying to judge, and you should never judge someone like that, yeah? But I'm saying he looked, you know, I put it from this perspective. You know when you can tell, you know when they say that eyes are the window to a person's soul, yeah? You know that phrase? You can look in his eyes and you can tell there's something not right about this guy. I don't know how to explain it.
All radio in the 1980s and host shows interviewing emerging artists. A young Will Smith, and established himself as a gatekeeper who could make or break careers in the UK black music scene. He then gets a job in 1994 at BBC Radio 1 and hosts the first national broadcast rap show. It was called The Rap Show. He moves to Radio 1 Extra in 2009 for drive time interviews. Icons like Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, household names are on his show. He's even on MTV's Pimp My Ride UK between 2000.
That MTV Pimp My Ride UK was awful. I promise you, It was awful. I remember that. I think this was the time when I realized, yeah, Tim Westwood ain't that. He's not that guy. He comes across as a culture vulture. That's that. I didn't have that mindset of thinking he's a culture vulture. I never heard that. I never knew of that term, but I felt like he's trying too hard. Like, it's different when you hear someone on radio, and I was hearing him on radio from time to time, innit? And I remember there were times where sometimes he would play some grand music. I remember when he first played a few stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. His platform has delivered some legendary, iconic moments within the UK scene. Forget the American scene for a minute. Within the UK scene, you understand? Within the UK scene, for me personally, growing up, there's moments I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, as I got older, I found out about the whole, the London posse, and then finding out about Tim Westwood. I'm like, bro, how long has this guy been involved? You know what I mean? He's like, you look at it, and I'm like, yo, this is mad. This is mad. But yeah, MTV Pimp My Ride was awful. Let me know if you used to watch that as well. Let me know what your thoughts were.
2005 and 2007.
It's your boy Westwood back with a brand new series of Pimp My Ride UK. Now my man Minus is a parking warden, but an aspiring video director. But he's...
You see what I'm trying to say? Look how he doesn't come across as authentic. That's what it is. He lacks authenticity. But anyway, let's go.
Joint is killing him. We need to turn this ride from low budget to blockbuster.
Back then we didn't have the internet and a range of videos to look through, so Tim Westwood was forced down everyone's throats by getting a massive backing with MTV UK, and some people enjoyed this series of him fixing up cars.
Baby, why are you putting plastic on top of plastic? They use the spin block. Yo, you want to see it spin? 10 riders! I'll pay money for that.
I don't think people really rated that show. I promise you they didn't. Or maybe I'm wrong, but
invite them to something they'll actually enjoy.
That was the show.
Invite a friend to American Express and both get rewards.
That was that show. And then when I found out about these allegations, it made me dislike music.
Presents at festivals, wireless, and dominates the UK black music scene for over 20 years. He had some hiccups along the way. In 1999, he was shot and injured along with an assistant in Kennington, South London.
Woo! I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. He was in South London, in Kennington. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, was it Rodney P or Ty? Someone said, I think it was Ty in the interview, like he mentioned something like, you know why. Like, I don't want to take the word out of his mouth. If I can find that interview and react to it another day, I probably will. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification, and yeah, well, let's keep it moving. Let's go, because I'm sure Ty said something along those lines. Because do you know what I mean? Yeah.
DJing in Lambeth, the gunman and motor fire at his Range Rover, and Westwood blames local gang threats over his neighborhood shows and recovers and continues his career.
I guess he blames them, but how are you blaming them? They're not to blame. They're not to blame. Like, let me tell you something. They're not to blame. Not to say I know who was involved, because I do not know. But I'm saying, if you've been doing wrong to someone, you don't know who family they are part of. You don't know who you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying on that. You don't know who's who. And I'll keep it like that. Let's go.
When a motorcycle pulled up, you started shooting into your car?
I mean, basically, so we was coming out of the park, driving along, some bike pulled up, shot into the car. I was driving, so like one came in, we went out.
Do you have any idea what that was over?
Yeah, just like me mistaking that we was calm. There was a lot of shit going on at that time in South London. I'd sorted out my situations and I was good. But then it wasn't good because the guy I was calm with got killed. I still thought it was calm because I was good with him. I made a misjudgment. Shit happens and, you know, what can I say? I didn't snitch then, I ain't gonna snitch now.
Okay, so you knew who did it, but you didn't cooperate with the police?
No.
And the police came and questioned you, of course?
Yes.
And you just told them, no comment?
It was hidden and pushed to the side at the time, but between 1992 and 2000.
Here, see, this is the problem, yeah? The thing is, you see with that situation there, and he's talking about South London, this was bad at this time. I mean, South London, I'm not going to say it's always been bad, but come on. It don't work like that where, I mean, I'm not saying there's not innocent bystanders, but it's like, come on. You knew, and you're saying you're not going to snitch. That means you know who did it. So if you know who did it, you know the reason why.
17, 7 black women later accused Tim Westwood of sexual misconduct, groping during photos at clubs, exposing himself, and non-consensual sex after luring women aged 17 to 20 with promises of a music career or to help with BBC work experience. Incidents span in UK locations, and women report fearing disbelief due to age, race, and his influence. And there was no formal complaint at the time. There was a situation between 1995 and 1996. He's accused of raping and indecently assaulting a woman between the ages of 17 and 18 in central London. Between 2000 and 2001, accused of raping and indecently assaulting a woman ages 17 and 18 again. These are young women. Between 2004 and 2007, there are reports of potential sexual assault on a Radio 1 guest, a former staff member. The Sun witnesses Westwood propositioning a 15-year-old girl at a nightclub. BBC got a tip-off about this, but there was no action. One complaint referred to the police, but then no charges. He didn't think highly of women because there were multiple BBC staff members reporting misogynistic remarks that were sexualized comments about women's bodies on air and harassment.
And to the point where even there was an interview with Cardi B, and you could see how uncomfortable, as loud and brash as Cardi B is, if you get her uncomfortable, you know you're a wrong'un. Like, nah, wait. If someone is loud and brash as Cardi B, you make her uncomfortable, yeah, you're a wrong'un. Straight up like that. But I can see why his employers at the time were allowing things like that to happen, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to make any other accusations, but let's put it this way: birds of a feather flock together.
Leaving team members upset and in tears, and he had perceived favoritism from the BBC controllers, complaints sidelined and not escalated. How the hell has Tim Westwood got 1.4 million subscribers? That's a million more than this channel. He's really put in the work. But in all seriousness, he's had Eminem on there, he's had Juice WRLD, he's had some top artists, even the UK guys like Skepta, Snoop Dogg, all the biggest stars in the world. When you come to the UK, you'd be tapping into Tim Westwood. He had massive influence in the UK, and his character was very bizarre, often talking like he was American. And he addressed this in a Vlad interview.
Hey, nah, for real, I'm telling you, this is what made me. The older I got, I realized, hang on, why is he talking like this? Like, why? Like, and then when I started to do radio myself, do you know what I mean? In 2008, like, I remember I was told about his background. Then I'm like, this guy is fake. You know what I'm saying? He's fake. But let's keep moving. But obviously, he's going to go on a culture vulture platform because he's a culture vulture himself. But yeah, don't worry. We will VDM as well. Don't ever get a twist. Subscribe, follow the conversation. Get me, like, comment, share, all that. Yeah.
No, but I mean,
I've lived through it once. I don't want to live through it again.
But you know, I mean, I'm as well as you. I'm a white person in hip hop, so I get my fair share of criticism in terms of what I do, in terms of how I do it. And you being, you know, very prominent in the UK scene, and you're the most prominent name in there, and you present yourself in a certain type of way, you hear people criticizing the way you talk, your mannerisms,
but the
everything else like that.
The way you talk, my brother, it's like...
Listen, as much as we're going to criticize Tim Westwood and raise the red flags around him and also talk about the case that he is now involved in, this guy is definitely a massive, massive fan of hip-hop. You can't really call him culture vulture. This guy's got garages.
No, Fesify. If you're watching this, I know you probably are watching this. Fesify. The definition of a culture vulture is someone who assimilates with a culture, even though they may love a particular aspect or all aspects of a culture. They assimilate within the culture, and they try to make profits within the culture for themselves and for their own family. That's a culture vulture. And also, you know what I mean? If they were being authentic within it, then it's different. This is why we rate Eminem, because he's not a culture vulture. He studies hip hop. He studies hip hop for a living. He's not a culture vulture. We call Vlad a culture vulture because basically he's a fed. Basically, you know what I'm saying? He interviews people, especially those that have a, you know what I mean, and he makes them incriminate themselves. They may not realize it, but if you watch Giggs' interview, do you see what I mean? On Vlad, you will see how Giggs was interacting. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, I won't go go too deep into it because we're not here for that cultural aspect. We're here about why VDM should be talking about Tim Westwood, yeah? Because the reality is not about a culture vulture, it's about you going to knowing what you do and then you exploiting black girls black girls around the world. So now you're going to Nigeria to exploit Nigerian girls. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Come on, we've got to protect our girls.
Full of CDs that I've seen that he owns. This guy's really been a massive fan of the culture, but he explains to Vlad why he talks this way.
I live this, man.
Right.
This is me, man. This is what I do. It's like one of the greatest newsreaders was Trevor Phillips. He used to read the news for the news at 10, and he was like a Jamaican of Jamaican descent, but he read it in like a real correct English accent.
So now you're using Trevor Phillips. I beg your pardon. It's not Trevor Phillips. Let me double check. I'm gonna double check real quick because I'm pretty sure it's Trevor McDonald. Okay, yeah. Well, there is Trevor Phillips, who is a broadcaster. So it could be, but I don't think it's him. But I've never really heard this guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I have heard of Sir Trevor McDonald. But if he's talking about, let me see. See, here's the thing. There's Trevor Phillips. Okay, listen, this guy is such a I don't even know how to say that. I honestly don't understand. Because basically, Trevor Phillips, yeah. Let me tell you who Trevor Phillips is. Trevor Phillips, yeah. He was born in Islington, London, from parents that immigrated from British Guyana, which is now Guyana. Yeah. Let me go to Sir Trevor McDonald. You know what I mean? And then even says here, Trinidadian British journalist. So what are we doing? You're using a black person, and then you're trying to say, well, they talk this way. Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because even if, for example, let's say if Trevor McDonald or Trevor Phillips was Jamaican, are you going to tell me they're going to be talking that they're talking in patois? Like, you know what I mean? Come on, get out of here, son.
He didn't read it like a yardie. He didn't go, wow, it's the 10 o'clock news, what Guan. He didn't talk crazy like that. He talked like a newsreader should talk.
Yeah.
I'm a friggin' hip-hop DJ. How am I meant to talk?
I agree.
Like, how am I meant to rip down a club? Am I meant to sound like anything different?
Obviously, everyone puts on a little bit of a persona on camera. He has these weird slang words that are like old school American that he still uses today. But in his day-to-day life, he might just talk normally and polite. The old footage of him is completely different, even his persona.
Not this president. Revival pressure from the Wilson Dodgers. The Ensign Rap Show, coolin' and a roolin'. No right turns, no left turns, just straight ahead to the firing line as we distress the session to the TOP.
Obviously, over the years, people change. Someone might go for a more corporate style and then obviously put things into their arsenal DJing that suits them more. And he developed into this bizarre character I can't really describe of how the UK view him.
And I mean...
No, that's exactly how we view it. Bizarre. Nah, bizarre. Do you know what I mean? It's bizarre, all right? It's bizarre.
Really repping Birmingham. I mean, yeah, sorry, the trap phone is ringing. Can I just have a look at your trap phone?
No. Nigga, you the police? Nigga, you the police?
You the police? Your trap phone is ringing. You the police? Like, what? That's not even a joke. Things like that, if they were from a particular lifestyle back then, you know what I mean? You could, listen.
Here,
baby. You the police?
I mean, if you really if you need to go and make that sale, we can wait. Seriously, if you need to just go chop it up for a minute, we're fine. We're here, baby, all the time. Do you know what I mean? Break a little something off for me while you're there. So, the way...
Before I end this segment on his accent, there was something really funny that I forgot to discuss in all the videos. That Dizzy Rascal said it and a few other people said that Ali G, which is a UK film of a corny, chavvy type guy, it was a very big hit back in the day. They based the character off Tim Westwood and you can see the similarities in the way they speak.
He's 100% right. And you know what's mad? You know what's mad, yeah? Like, I don't even know what's going on. Alright, what's mad is when you look back at like, yeah, it is mimicking and mocking Tim Westwood, but Ali G was also mocking black people else at the same time. So it's like a double mock. Do you understand? Because Sasha Cohen Bowen is known for mocking different people. Is what it is. That's what he's known for. Yeah, but let's go.
Check it, IZ in South Central LA to meet ex-gang member Alejandro Alonso to talk about guns and tin. Check it. So how many gang members is there in the whole of LA?
Well, according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, from 1998, there were about 150,000 gang members.
Respect. We've only got 8 in the West End's massive. 8 people in the West End's massive.
He's not even an accurate representation, especially nowadays, of how people speak. Like, if you ask anyone in the industry, anyone that dealt with him, Tim Westwood's just Tim Westwood. He's a bit out there. But people, because he was the most popular DJ at one point, were thinking this is what all British people sound like.
And like, it's like hip-hop quotables. Like the prison pillows give me spots.
Pillows
like
giving me spots, you know.
That's so fly, fam. That's real life shit, man. Yo, you sound like you're a sufferer, man.
You know the thing already.
Sounds like you...
Your breath stinks. Just shut up.
Been through that sufferation, man. You've been in the belly of the beast.
Nah, it's mad, it's mad. We're loading though, man. Watch out next year, you know the thing.
Yo.
At me, you know.
Yo, your heat from nowhere.
But there was a darker side to Tim Westwood. 2010, accused of raping a woman in her 20s in London and sexually assaulting another in her 20s in Strode. There was a first media tip-off back in 2012. The Sun contacts Radio 1 about inappropriate relations with young girls. Twitter allegations flagged to HR but dismissed without an investigation. In 2013, he departs Radio 1 Extra after nearly 20 years. No formal complaints were recorded by the BBC at the time and joins Capital Extra.
And this
Capital
is why I'm
FM's
so
sister
confused.
station.
He joined Capital Extra. I think I remember. Did I make a post about this? I remember this. I literally remember this. And it made me like thinking, wait, Global Radio, yeah, Global Radio, they basically took over Trace FM. Do you know what I mean? And then made Capital Extra. I won't say too much anymore on that, but do you know what I mean? But yeah.
For weekend hip-hop shows expanding from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock slots. He was still continuing with this stuff in 2016. He was accused of sexually assaulting a woman in her 20s in Finchley, North London. In 2020, women post online about Westwood's behaviour. Sniffing around uni dorms, he denies fabricated allegations.
This is the other thing I'm going to mention. One thing that Tim Westwood, yeah, is 100% known for is his uni DJ outfits. Not like outfits as in dressing, or I'm talking about his DJing type of shows for unis. Like why are you going to uni? Why don't you just allow people or DJs of their age group to be able to DJ for them? Why are you partaking in always, do you know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? Like, I'm trying. Let me get the name of it. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, he would have a thing called Freshers Weeks. Freshers Week. Freshers Weeks. The hell are you having a... brother.
A statement to Mail Online claiming no official complaints in 40 years. Across the years, I don't think I've ever seen Tim Westwood with one girlfriend, not in a picture, at a premiere, not a wife, nothing. He's clearly promiscuous and always out partying.
No. It's not about him being clearly promiscuous. At 68 years, he's 68 years old now, right? I swear to you, I have never seen him with. And listen, some may say, okay, you can keep your life private if you want to keep it private. That's one thing. But for someone like him, I'm sure he's someone that likes to show off. Yeah, if he, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong. But at 68, you ain't got a grandchild? Or, you know, I don't know. Or at least a child right now? Like, you ain't married? That alone should be red flag. Like, that's a red card, red flag, whatever you want to call it. You ain't got no wife, no kids. And if he does have a wife and does have kids, fair enough. But at the same time, this don't look good. Because it's not to say those who have wife and kids, they can't, you know what I mean? But more than, you know what I mean? But the reality is it makes the allegations against him make him look even more guilty. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Which is fine, each to their own. That I do not have a problem with. There's various videos you can see where he's out of it. The thing I have a problem with is him talking to the youngsters like he's not approaching 70 years old. There was an interview of a rapper asking him if he's smashing the girls in the video. It's just a bit concerning when you're approaching these ages.
From like noticed onwards, man, a lot of hot women.
Got to. I mean, I'll be talking about it. Gotta put them in there.
Exactly.
Gotta fill them in. Yeah.
I mean, the one in the trailer for Certified Hitmaker.
Yeah.
Was that all natural?
I'm not sure. She was looking bad though.
Are you smashing?
Of course.
Oh my days,
of course.
Fam. Oh my days.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Sorry.
I'll be
It's the
going
Pope
outside
Catholic.
if I was coming out here and not fucking nothing. Like, that don't make no sense. I gotta be. Nah, yeah. So.
But shorty's a similar age?
All ages. It don't really matter. However they, you know, if they bad, they bad. I'm gonna tap in.
Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't matter to them, so, you know, why?
Right.
Yeah.
They're winning, family.
Ah, yeah, so this book gives me chills. Age.
They're winning. They're winning. You see, do you know if you pay attention to someone enough, you will start to see the truth about someone, especially someone like Tim Westwood. Like, if there's allegation made and you pay attention, they will tell on themselves. They will tell on themselves. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Age doesn't matter is what this guy says on his show, but he's young. And Tim Westwood, oh yeah, I've been telling everybody age doesn't matter. Look how he reacts and he gets so excited when this guy agrees with his stance on. We're not even talking about the case. We're just talking about how this guy deals with women in general.
Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't matter to them, so, you know, why?
Right.
Yeah.
They're winning, family. Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't, so, you know, why?
Right.
Yeah.
They're winning, family.
I've played this clip before and you guys have seen this interview numerous times, but this is important context to the story. Mike Righteous, who exposed him years ago, has said he's synonymous with liking girls young. We're not even talking about under the age of 16, we're just talking about a massive age disparity, and we're not talking about either what is legal or non-legal here, we're just talking about Tim liking younger women in general.
And even then, like, Westwood was synonymous with this rumor that he just liked them young, bro. Like, yeah. I mean, you can sit here and say, yeah, allegedly, but it was just wherever he went, there was this sort of stench of, there's this guy, Tim Westwood, and yeah, he's definitely creepy. Like, he's definitely like some young, and also
he's definitely creepy. What did I say earlier? I said he looked like a. I didn't want to judge, but he looked like a creep. But who am I to judge, innit? Let me not judge. But like I said, the eyes. They say the eyes are two windows. So he looks like, you know what I'm saying. The fact that clip there shows the previous clip was showing that he likes them young. You know what I mean? And he got one young guy that's with him. He's interviewing, and you know what I mean? He's agreeing with some don't have an age limit or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Get me? Someone like Regina Daniels and someone, but at least Regina Daniels married. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's anything about Regina Daniels. Get me? So let's keep moving.
So like, he come down to my manor a few times, Margate. He come here and he performed. He done a few DJ sets, and he were doing under 18s venues, and like leaving with groups of chicks.
Invite them to something they'll actually enjoy. Invite a friend to American Express and both get rewards.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new. Yeah, spaces with AI do. Dragging research, dropping thought. What AI put inside.
After this news come out recently, Mike Ratchis has put up a few tweets. Basically, when it broke, he said, imagine everybody acting like they didn't know. Someone said, what did you do to stop him? He said, more than anyone else, which is true. And someone said, re-release Sack City, the diss track he made on Tim Westwood on YouTube right now. And he said, consider it done. It weren't just Mike Ratchis exposing him.
Hey, on my other channel, I will react to that. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. But let's keep it moving. Even the whole situation in regards to the timeline for the interviews and all that stuff there, I would do things like that. You know? So make sure you subscribe to the Real Versatile channel. But let's go. Let's keep moving.
With numerous women in a BBC Three documentary. April 26, 2022, BBC Three, produced by The Changers and The Guardian, a joint investigation airs 6 women, all black, detailed predatory acts from 1992 to 2017, including assaults at his home after music meetings, groping at clubs, and the documentary highlights his power imbalance as a white DJ in black music. Westwood denies all these claims, and BBC calls the claims shocking, but finds no prior formal complaints, and he steps down from Capital Extra. The same year, BBC Three airs hip-hop's open secret, Tim Westwood. 10 more women accuse him, including one called Esther, alleging sex at 14, and he's in his 30s at the time in the 1990s. A total of 18 women by now, and she describes him as a predator and links it to later suicide attempts. There was 5 different stories in this Tim Westwood documentary that BBC had made. It said in the first one, a 19-year-old woman inspiring to break into the music industry arranged to meet Westwood to discuss potential opportunities, believing it was a professional interaction tied to the BBC Radio 1 or One Extra Work. She expected meeting in a public or professional setting, but Westwood allegedly offered to drive to her home, framing it as a continuation of their discussion. Once there, she claimed he exposed himself and initiated non-consensual sexual activity, leaving her feeling powerless due to his status. The documentary highlighted how Westwood's reputation as a gatekeeper could make or break careers in the UK hip-hop scene.
And I remember watching that, and I feel like I'm not now knowing these charges. I feel like I'm gonna have to try and rewatch that documentary. You understand? Just it's mad when I deep it, man. It's mad, sad, all at the same time. All at the same time. And you may ask, how did he get away with it so long? The same reason, and how did he got away with it? When you're in that position of power, and you're connected to XYZ, and you know what they can do for you, and they know what they can do for you. What do you think is going to happen? And it's sad that life is like that sometimes. It's very sad that some people have no morals. It's sad. But one thing I always find out in life, and one thing I would recommend, this is why you should always live with a pure heart. Have a pure heart. Have good intentions. Have good intentions. And do you know what I mean? Because reality is, when you move with bad intentions and you're practically soulless and you move like that, eventually your time is coming. Your time is coming. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that as it is, because that's how it happens. You can't expect to do bad to other people. And cool, obviously cool, but I don't understand. Because I'm looking at it from a perspective of a victim's perspective. That's what I'm looking at it. And it's like, I could always see that he was a wronging. It's like, it's mad. it's from a personal perspective, yeah, seeing this situation transpire, is knowing, yeah, that I'm hearing him on radio. I'm like, hey, this is how this guy talk. This is normal, whatever. Every Friday, listen to him, cool, whatever. Then switch on to pirate radio stations. You know what I mean? That was my thing. And then, you know what I mean? Then, because then I'll be able to listen to garage grime. Well, early grime, but it was garage back then. But yeah, garage as well. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point I want to make is when I then eventually saw him on TV, on MTV Pimp My Ride UK, I was like, there's something off about this guy. I don't know what it was, but I thought it was something off. I felt like he was not really who he was. Then years later, I find out about something else in regards to, oh, it makes sense now. It makes sense to why he acts the way he acts. He's not from the culture. He didn't grow up in the ends like that. He didn't. He just assimilated within a culture and is thinking that's how to talk. This is how to talk within the culture. But that's false. You understand? Someone with this is the brilliant thing about hip hop culture, right? Someone from Nigeria, for a prime example, yeah, can speak different languages, yeah, and have different accent in regards to the New York accent and the New York slang in the 80s and the early 90s. Do you understand? And they're able to still be authentic and be themselves. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, you don't have to come from a place, even if they come from a place of quote unquote privilege. You know what I mean? Like, and let's say within the UK, someone coming with a place of privilege. They were born in somewhere like I don't know, like Richmond or Kensington, or you know what I mean? Not Kensington, but Kensington. Let's just say Richmond. Like, or sorry, they grew up that side, but they like that music. They like hip hop. It doesn't mean that it depends on age. This is the other thing. It also depends on age, because on age, it's a thing of if you're within the culture, you can grow up with people around you where they're speaking the same lingo, which makes more sense. But the older you get, who's speaking that lingo? You understand? But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is there's a difference between culture vulture and not a culture vulture. This guy's been a culture vulture. He's not really been himself. And you can say, yeah, but it's how he talks now. No, I don't think you understand. He assimilates himself within the culture to be able to take advantage of people. That's what he does. It's as plain as simple as that. If you generally like the culture like that, I guarantee you would not be doing these things. Even Diddy, at this point, I'm calling him a culture vulture. Because look what he's doing. Even the way the situation with the whole Tupac situation. Oh, he's more than just a culture vulture. I'm telling you, Diddy is a bed. Yeah, but in fact, I won't even go into too much detail like that. Well, I'll just say this. Turn on your post notifications, because I've chatted for too long on this, but let's keep moving.
Created a power imbalance, making it difficult for her to resist or report the incident. She felt pressured to comply and protect her aspirations, a recurring theme among accusers. The incident dated within the 1992-2017 timeline, underscored how Westwood allegedly used his BBC affiliation to lure young women under the pretense of a career advancement. The second story was about groping on nights out. 3 women reported similar experiences of unwanted touching during Westwood's DJ events, which were popular in the UK music scene and often tied to his BBC persona. One woman in her late teens or early 20s described a night where Westwood was performing. After the set, she approached him for a photo, a common fan interaction at these events with him, and she alleged that during the photo, Westwood groped her by sliding his hands inside her clothing without consent, and that she described as sudden and shocking, and 2 other women shared similar stories. No noted that Westwood exploited the chaotic, crowded environment on nights out to engage in opportunistic touching, relying on his celebrity status to avoid immediate confrontation. These situations were also between the 1992-2017 period and painted a picture of Westwood leveraging his fame at his DJ gigs to target women, particularly black women who are fans or inspiring artists. Story 3 is about a 14-year-old girl. One woman alleged that Westwood initiated a sexual relationship with her when she was 14 while he was in his 30s. The encounter began at a South London club, a venue where Westwood frequently DJ'd and mingled with fans and inspiring artists. She described the relationship as grooming, not sure why a 14-year-old was in the club, noting that Westwood used his charisma and industry clout to build trust, presenting himself as a mentor who could help her navigate the music world.
By the way,
power dynamic was struck with 18
was 35 in 1992. Just to let you know that.
teenager. She was impressionable and saw Westwood as a celebrity with connections to global hip-hop stars through his BBC shows. The documentary framed it as deliberate exploitation of youth and ambition, with the woman later realizing the predatory nature of the relationship, and was particularly shocking due to her age and the prolonged nature of the alleged interactions, raising questions about how such behavior went unchecked in the industry. The fourth story, a 20-year-old woman who was attending one of Westwood's student nightclubs alleged that he invited her to a hotel room at 20 years old, presenting as an opportunity to discuss music or networking. These events were part of Westwood's brand, attracting young crowds, including students and aspiring artists. Once in the hotel room, she claims Westwood committed a non-consensual oral assault, exploiting the private setting and her trust in professional intentions. The documentary emphasized again here.
Isn't this interesting? The same year, Diddy been sentenced to 50 months in prison. Yeah, technically 4 years, but technically, well, we won't get to the details, but that's on my other channel. We want more details in regards to that. But basically, he's been sentenced, right, for his misconduct, similar type of misconduct. The only difference between the both of them is how it was done. You understand? The only difference, they're both predators. Basically, both of them are. Call it what you want, but that's just facts. Well, you know what? Let's put it this way. Until he's actually convicted, then fair enough. All right? Let's just use the word allegedly, just for legal purpose. But for Diddy, we can't say allegedly because now he's been convicted.
Exploiting women. And the fifth story, another accuser who was 16 at the time alleged that she entered a relationship with Westwood unaware of his true intentions, and he was in his 40s. She met him through music events where he had an approachable image that resonated with teenage fans. The relationship, when she initially perceived as consensual, was later recognized as exploitative due to her age gap between her and Westwood and failing to disclose his own age. Only when she discovered years later, the documentary used the story to illustrate a broader pattern of Westwood constantly targeting younger women and eventually taking advantage of them. July 2022, a Freedom of Information request reveals 6 historical BBC complaints of bullying/sexual misconduct. One referred to the police, and the BBC appoints a woman called Gemma Y for an independent probe into Westwood's handlings at the company. Metropolitan Police launched an inquiry into non-recent sexual offences between 1982 to 2016 after the documentary. Westwood interviewed under caution multiple times starting in March 2023. But because Tim Westwood is not directly in the spotlight now, obviously he stepped down from Capital, it wasn't a major story. People was covering it, but it wasn't getting a lot of attention.
No,
and Tim Westwood was
tell you why it's not a major story. See, it doesn't matter that he stepped down from BBC or Capital or whatever radio show. It didn't matter. If you're a prominent name within the UK scene as a whole, and a prominent name within hip-hop as a whole, let's be real. Unfortunately, his name is synonymous with hip-hop. Yeah, only because of the fact of at the time of when hip-hop was emerging within the UK, he was there. There was no other person in the mainstream media like that, on mainstream radio. There was no other person that I'm aware of. And I could be wrong because, you know what I mean? You know me, I'm late 80s. That's when I was born, the late 80s. So I don't know too much, but I have tried to, do more research on where hip hop emerged in the UK. But I've just seen his name about most of the times. most of the times. So you look at it, and I look at it like he clearly took advantage of that information and knows that. And the mainstream media also know that. And then let's add the fact that the allegations are against the allegations being made. Do you know what I mean? It's black women, you know what I mean, that have made these, you know what I mean? That have said these things have been done towards them. And still nothing gets done. Because I don't want to say it's because of that, but could it be? And I want you to leave your answer in the comment section below. But I find it so poetic that in Black History Month, in October, there's Black History Month, where they study Black history and all that stuff there within the month of the month, yeah. But anyway, that aside, it's so poetic that Tim Westwood ends up being charged. But the issue is, can you be charged without being arrested? I've never heard of that. Unless the police are going to do a thing where they're trying to extradite Tim Westwood so they can arrest him, fairs. You understand? So this again why I'm like, VDM needs to talk in this, because then like VDM needs to talk on this. If mainstream media in the UK, I'm not talking about too tough like this. I mean, it did in regards to him being charged. So that's one from now. But VDM now needs to talk on this. So, do you know what I mean? Tim Westwood can face these charges and goes to jail.
Out of public a few times. You can clearly see as you watch this video on your screen right now that this man was going through it because he was being dragged in for questioning repeatedly about all these accusations. The Met Police hands the case to the Crown Prosecution Service for charging decision in 2024, and Westwood denies wrongdoing in a social media video of a woman confronted. I posted this video so many years ago now when she initially confronted him, and every comment, if I go back, was defending Tim Westwood, saying this woman come across crazy and that she was making stuff up. Obviously, it was just a random encounter. What happened?
So, why do you think it's always been okay to sexually assault black women?
Please.
What? Do you think that we're less than? Do you think we're not worth it? Do you think we're not worth it? Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby.
It's all false allegations.
Okay, can you explain why it's false allegations?
It's all false allegations.
Tim Westwood. Sorry?
It's all false allegations.
Yeah, so you've never touched underage black girls? Allow it. Who are you talking about? Allow it. Who are you?
Do you allow me?
Don't allow you what? Do you think it's been alright to harass and sexually assault black women?
I've never done that.
You've never done that?
Never done that.
So where did them stories come from then?
They're all false allegations.
False allegations?
Period.
So they were lying?
Period.
Yeah?
And I will prove that.
So when are you going to prove it?
As soon as I get my opportunity and trust, I'm ready.
Because haven't you been arrested recently?
No, I haven't been arrested, please. Allow it.
Don't allow me, bruv.
Allow it.
Yeah? So you didn't do it then?
Now, in February 25th, 2025, a 174-page report details considerable body of evidence of bullying, misogyny, and 22 public allegations, only 2 from the 2022 probe, and finds no widespread BBC knowledge of predatory sex, but criticised the sideline complaints and missed patterns. BBC apologises for the missed opportunities. The Director General, Tim Davey, calls it shocking, and Westwood does not participate, but denies through a lawyer child interest or predation. October 9th, 2025, he's been charged with 4 counts of rape, 9 indecent assaults, 2 sexual assaults against 7 women aged 17 plus, 1983 to 2016. Due in Westminster Magistrates Court on November 10th/11th, the CPS says his serious sexual offences, congratulates the courageous women. Tim Westwood's X account gets deleted amid the backlash. This guy won the 2000...
His Twitter account got deleted. Wait. Time out. He deleted his Twitter account. If you're innocent, would you delete your account? Leave your answer in the comments below. I want to know.
10 Radio Academy Award for Outstanding Contribution to UK Music, recognising his hip-hop legacy, and multiple mobile awards for Best Radio DJ, 2004 and 2005. 2016, he got the Legacy Award at JRM Daily Rated Award, celebrating his influence on urban music. It's just a bizarre transition that he's made in his life from where he comes from to where he got to winning these awards.
When you got a legacy award, like, oh, where you there, bruh? You know what you're doing? that he would debate that one, man.
Find the car that's right for you with Kazoo.
This guy was born in East Anglia, England, and attended a private school in Norwich before switching to a state secondary school. He's actually the son of Bill Westwood, a prominent bishop, the former bishop.
This is what I learned. Like, I promise you, I didn't know that Fesify was going to do this. I didn't. This is what I learned of when I was doing my radio shows in 2008. When I found out that he's son of a bishop. Not to say you can't be a radio DJ for hip-hop culture or a DJ in hip-hop if you're a son or a daughter of someone from a religious background. That's not to say that can't be possible, but it's just the fact that he went to private school. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you're just not being authentic. You're not being yourself. Like, imagine.
Mobile Awards for Best Radio DJ 2004 and 2005. 2016 he got the Legacy Award at JRM Daily Rated Award, celebrating his influence on urban music. It's just a bizarre transition that he's made in his life from where he comes from to where he got to winning these awards. This guy was born in East Anglia, England, and attended a private school in Norwich before switching to a state secondary school. He's actually the son of Bill Westwood, a prominent bishop, the former bishop of Peterborough, and his early mentor was a man called Ken Suttle, a club owner who became a billionaire. Westwood credits him for kickstarting his DJ career. Apparently, he's moved to Lagos, Nigeria after the 2022 documentary where he...
VDM, this is why you need to please talk on this. He's in Lagos. We know where he is now. We know he's in Nigeria, but we don't know exactly where. But now he's apparently in Lagos.
He's continued to have a low-profile DJing and making media appearances. It cost the BBC and Gemma White $3.3 million to have the investigation into it. He has an estimated net worth apparently online of $13 million as of 2025 from radio, TV, and his endorsements, though legal fees and lost gigs have impacted it. Right now, this is early in the case. He has not had the right to a fair trial. There's a chance that he could show his side and things could be looked at differently. But regardless, people are now saying that he's been a predator in the industry, the likes of Jimmy Savile and Diddy is who he's being compared to already. But I'll let you guys know what is happening with the court case as it proceeds and all the other situations around a trial. The main question everyone has is why now? Why so many years of this abuse allegedly happening he's about to have a court case for, and just now is it going to court? This guy's always been protected. He worked for the BBC, which are government-funded media, a massive establishment in the UK. Then he worked at Capital, have massive influence over all different parts of the radio world. A massive company that are turning over almost $1 billion per year behind it. To top it all off at the end of this, looking through stuff about Tim Westwood, you would not believe that this guy was talking about the Diddy parties and how wild they are.
I met you, you was doing the internship, used to spend at those early parties, you used to run around bare-chested, shaven heads, and their whole thing was tipping champagne over themselves in the middle of the dance floor. There was a pool. It was the craziest thing I have ever seen.
And we're about to bring that back. Right now I'm in the gym working out. I'm about to bring that back.
And now look at Diddy, 50 months in jail. Oh well.
By some,
I got a fat ass and some thick thighs. You know, every man love that.
Any plans to marry any of the baby mamas?
Oh yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, you know, you never know. I mean, a lot of people ask me the marriage thing, and it's just something that, you know.
On the topic of American rappers, this guy fully conquered the US scene. Obviously, when you have the BBC's backing, a massive establishment, when people come to the UK, they're going to tap in with that DJ. And Tim Westwood was that guy. With Eminem, with 50 Cent, with Drake, with every big US artist to come over here.
Technically, Drake is not American. He's Canadian. And he's not really hip-hop, all right? Like, at first, I thought he was hip-hop. Even though I was calling him he's an actor, playing a rapper. You know what I mean? But after that lawsuit against UMG, yeah, he's not from the culture. He's not for the culture. Get me? He's not.
They know who Westwood is. This is why this has become such a massive story.
You know, I don't really feel pressure as much as y'all can ask me, because I ain't gonna get married till I feel it's right. So I want to ask you some questions since we backstage. We want to do some things that are different. Also, who's the hottest in the world, excluding me, because I don't want to put you under pressure. Excluding me, who's the hottest in the world right now to you right now?
I mean, let me just tidy this up right now, straight on the realness. This is the greatest. Yeah. He's the one who made it a lifestyle brand. This is the man who made it a party. He put it into the...
We just see Diddy's recent sentence, and Tim Westwood might end up with more time behind bars than Diddy even got himself right now. So this is an ongoing investigation right now. There is nothing that's been proven. We mainly covered the stuff in a BBC Three documentary. There's various allegations I made a video on just recently. You guys can watch that as well. But I'll let you guys know in another part to this. It'll be like a third segment on this video, what happens to Tim Westwood in court and the timeline. We'll get all the details over the next couple of months, I'm sure. So stay tuned to the channel by subscribing.
Shout out to Fesify.
As a tradesperson, working on site all day.
He did a lot. You did a lot for this. I can't even lie. To cover this, you did a lot. I'm subscribing to your channel again. Woo! I'm subscribing to your channel, but I need to subscribe on the other channel, on my other channel, to make it easier. Give me a sec. I'm gonna read the comments. I want to see something. Can Tim Westwood be extradited from Nigeria? In the UK, that's what we're gonna ask, yeah. Because look, it's a serious thing, man. Serious, very, very serious. You may not think it's serious, but anyway. Okay, extraditing Tim Westwood from Nigeria for his UK charges would face significant obstacles, although it's not impossible. Legal analysis indicate that this would likely be a long and complex process with an uncertain outcome. So here is the thing. This is why we need VDM to talk on this. Yeah? We need VDM to talk on this. We need Timmy Savile. That is, I shouldn't even laugh, but you know, at this point, it's the people starting to look weird. Call. I stayed well away if I was famous. Trevor McDonald, not for no. See, this is the thing. It's not even Trevor McDonald. You understand? It's not even Trevor McDonald. It's like he's listen. Let me put that. Imagine calling Trevor Phillips, Jamaican. Wait. He is from Guyana, but born in the UK. As for Trevor McDonald, he is from Trinidad, and his comparison was weak. He has long been a culture vulture. It is what it is, and justice will happen for all his victims. Do you know what I mean? Justice will happen for all his victims. All of them. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think he will eventually be arrested? And because I'm just confused how he's not been arrested but yet been charged. I've never heard of that in my life before. But do you know what I mean? Makes me realize how much of the UK law do I even know? Do you know what I mean? Is that a thing? You can be charged of crimes but not arrested beforehand? Because it's usually being charged, you'd be arrested then charged. No? Or is it anyway? Let's just keep it moving. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the returning subscribers. Shout So yeah, man, let's go to Very Dark Man's channel real quick, and I'll explain why. You know what I mean? Obviously, tonight he's talking about Regina Daniels and that situation. But you want me to, if you're a fan of VDM, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications, because I will do more content regarding VDM. But I wanted to show you a prime example of what I mean to why it's like you're going against someone like B.Lord. No disrespect. Excuse me. No disrespect, but like you should now turn your attention to something different. Let me see if I can find the least. Where is it? I don't know if this is it. Or is it this one? Well, B.Lord is in this one, so this is just prime example.
Do you worry about your gums when you brush? Then switch to Oral-B iO with a gentle care brush head. Its thousands of ultra-soft bristles gently remove 6 times more plaque along gums in 1 week. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it isn't there. Like oxygen. That's why we've been awarded Best Mobile Network coverage by Uswitch.
Dad, I got the job.
O2, essential for living.
Alright, so I don't know if you guys have seen that B.Lord paid 500,000 naira to get the old video of my noodles. Not just that, he also went further to post it on his Instagram story. Like he posts all my bola for an Instagram story for people to see. As you can see, for those of you that didn't see, I screen recorded everything, voila. Abeg, who gets Martin's noodles, send to me, I'll pay 500k. When he was busy selling noodles, I was building empire, Then somebody now sent it to him, as you can see. One guy named Nnamdi Ambrose with an OP account. Sent it to him. B.Lord now credited the guy the sum of 500,000 naira, as you can see the receipt. And after that, B.Lord went further to post my noodles on his Instagram story for everybody to see. The first things first, Nnamdi Ambrose that sent these noodles.
Here's the thing here. I understand why he would go against B.Lord in regards to this particular situation, because it's a serious thing. Don't get it twisted, because that is exploitation, but at the same time, cool. Not cool, but like I get it. But the way I'm saying what I said is because now I feel like, listen, this situation, it can be handled without online activities, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? It can be handled properly but you can let me know. Let's go.
Thing that you just did, right? It's a crime in Nigeria.
It's a crime, all right.
A long time in jail. A very long time in jail. So I just wanted to put that at the back of your mind. And even you, B.Lord, whereby when this case starts, you self will spend a long time in jail, because this is a very big crime in Nigeria. But guess what? B.Lord, I didn't know you wanted to see my bola. You didn't have to pay. Check your DM, I don't send you.
Yo! Yo! Listen, let me get careful when I laugh, because every time I laugh's too serious, hiccups. Nah, that's funny though.
I don't send you a new one, fresh one, I just make. B.Lord, I just say you pay 500k to get old video of my bola. I don't know, say you want them that bad now. You just go waste money. Siam, I don't send them to you for free.
Why are you
I don't know you
No. What's going on? I didn't realize it was this serious. But I'm still serious that VDM should talk about the whole Tim Westwood situation, because you know what I mean? Because both are crimes, by the way. Let's keep it real with you. Crimes are happening. So this is mad. This is mad. I didn't realize this was going on. What's going on?
So much. Now you can imagine it in your mouth.
Whoa, pause.
May your wife imagine them too. Share them with you.
No Diddy. Hey, VDM. Are you alright, bruv? I didn't. Hey. Hey. What's going on? I didn't know. This is why I need to react to his content properly, because I will get a proper timeline of what's going on between whoever he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo.
Why? And guess what? I go to send out to you like this every day. Every blessed day you go to see them. You can be reposting.
Hey, yay, 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 yay.
You gonna learn. Hey. This is it for the end. I even make and clap. Clap, 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 clap.
Hey, VDM's crazy.
You gonna learn.
Yo, VDM is crazy.
Oh boy. What is that, boo boo?
I don't know what is going on.
500K to say another man, but why you forgot talk to me? Even pay me self, so be man you buy them. I swear to God, man, I would have done it cheaper. But now, I swear, B.Lord, you will never have to pay for what you can get free. You hear the video? I will be sending it to you.
Yo, this is mad. I didn't realize it was this serious. But I still stick by what I said. He needs to talk about VDM needs to talk about Tim Westwood, alright?
Every day to the end of your life, bro. You go to see him. Since you like D so much, you won't imagine him in your mouth, Abi.
Yay!
You go to get out. If you want finish, you pass and give your wife. You see her make her clap for her. So make it clap. So make it clap.
Hey, VDM. Nah, VDM crazy.
Imagine spending 500,000 to buy what he did already. He did online. Wait for just check. But you just spend it online. You don't forget to just love a post them. I repost them for them. I post them for Twitter for them, bro. Bro, this thing don't do.
This is why I kind of rate VDM. Not to say he's got no shame, but when you are your authentic, pure self, no one can shame you. No one can shame you. Only you can shame yourself. And this is, see, do you see what I mean? No one can shame you when you are your authentic self. No one. You know what I mean? But yo, this is mad. I didn't realize, yo. But anyway, as we move.
Do me shit, bro. You can't learn. Now you won't push for ground. Bro, I'm already on the ground. You can only roll me over. And guess what? I don't even like mud. So I say we'll roll in the mud. I don't like mud. I suck away I do my dealings. I want to swim inside shit. Oh. You go learn, bro. Oh.
You can't be doing all this and then saying you want to swim inside. VDM, please. Please. Can you now switch your focus to this whole Tim Westwood situation, please? Please. Please. Please switch your situation, because this situation with B.Lord is over. It's done with now, yeah? Please. And even if it's not done with, still find time to talk about Tim Westwood. Yeah, we got to get him out of here. You know what I mean? Get him, remove him from Nigeria, make him fly back to the UK. Make him fly back to the UK. Let him face the problems he's created. Yeah? Let him face the charges he's facing. Because we don't know what, I don't know what the extradition process really is between Nigeria and the UK. I don't know. There must be something, but I don't know. But VDM, you're the Nigeria's youth president. We gotta protect our black girls. You know what I'm saying? We gotta protect them. Let's go.
And then there's another thing that you posted. Right, where is it? You posted this thing, you write, bro, now your sister, they sell the phones, bro. You posted saying na my sister number, because na my sister number they for the customer care. Who I won't use apart from my sister? Oh, you just a Chinese man automatically just get Nigerian number overnight. Come on, bro. Come on. Now, last minute, I tell my sister, say, Alpha, see what B.Lord, he said this thing. He's selling it too expensive. I go crash him. Do you understand? And people that want it, they will buy it cheap. 1 naira would go make. Do you understand? So I told her immediately. I said, see, use your SIM card as customer care. That is because they'd already cast a line before. So she said she won't change the line. So I quickly said, okay, use her and do customer care. That my sister already sees too. I buy her car before I come out from Nigeria. As you can see, I won't tell her to make she go learn on the 4th. And they deliver the car. On the 4th of this October, what will be today's date? Today's date is 15. Today's date is 15. On the 4th. You go learn. You go learn. And guess what? You don't need to. That my sister, it be like say, you don't push me. It be like say I go even open gadget shop for her. Because I get directly, yeah. Thank you for giving me this idea. Maybe I'll just open a gadget shop for my sisters. Make all of them go they run them. And since I get direct link, my own gadget will be more cheaper and more original, because you people don't even know where they sell the original better one. And I know they do the checks. So I can
this is what I'm talking about. This is how it's done, all right? You outsmart the person who, you know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification. Let's go. Shout out to VDM for this. But again, VDM needs to talk about the Tim Westwood situation. I'm going to keep on saying it until he eventually does, all right?
Let's open a gadget shop where we'll sell cheaper power bank, more durable power banks, better chargers, better phones. Oh, if I put like 10-15 million into that, that means I've set them up. That's true.
Shout out to everyone that helps out their own family.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new Wikipedia. Dragon research, dropping thoughts, watch AI pull insights from your docs. Got the data, do a recap, generate a slick graph ASAP. You did your thing, it's time to share, then let your team build from there. Now you can do that with the all new Acrobat.
Dry cough, chesty. Think Bronco Jr. with honey and marshmallow dry extract from natural origin to provide fast and effective relief for any cough.
That reminds me to react to trying regards to Dr. David.
Thank you, B.Lord, for this concept. And guess what? Nigerians are going to buy cheaper. Our family name is associated with integrity, bro. We don't steal in our family. Do you understand? So if people should get ready, this time she'll know you Wanyi. That Wanyi, now me set up the Wanyi. It's not even a real name. It's just to show you, say, bro, I go crash them. You know, take advantage of Nigerians, bro. Not because of say I want to do business. I'm not business with phones. Come on, think about it now. But now it's gonna be my business. But it's not gonna be my business directly. So I'll call her now. She'll go and register a company. A proper documentation. She go get her TIN number. She go they pay tax. She go get her school mail. She go do all verification for a proper phone and gadget business. She go come use her name this time. Incorporate all of them. Put them under my own company. Then start to the seller. Wanna get ready. But you B.Lord, I beg check your
hey.
And for those of you now, I know if you watch and B.Lord go post the main thing. You know, say me, community guidelines. That's why I blow on. But B.Lord get a clearer video. So check your Instagram story. When I go watch the clearer video there, then when I go see the bola clap. So make it clap. So make it clap, blah, 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 blah. So make it clap, blah, 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 blah. You gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play it. Sorry, I forget. What's be your name? Nnamdi Ambrose, where say the noodles, no worry. I know the report case give police. You understand, but no do them again because it's not good, right? It is a crime in Nigeria. If you do to another person, they fit jail you. But me, I don't go to the police. As a matter of fact, if somebody shoots me today, and I survive, I swear to God, I will not go to the police. There's a reason I survive, you know. So no matter what you do, man, I don't go to the police station. I leave it for them to go. I always have what to say or what to do, you know. So Nnamdi, don't do it again, my brother, right? Don't do it again. You're not supposed to be in position of anybody's noodles. And to all of Nawon, I know it's a very big crime in Nigeria, you know. So peace and love. Enjoy your 500K blood. Enjoy, man. Chop live, my bro, man. Because info just go online, go check. I see no check. You be fast guy. You carry and you use and you understand. Pay tight to pay tight blood.
VDM is crazy, man. He is crazy. Let's see what people say in the comments real quick. But you can see there's look B.Lord's IG is down. Now let's B.Lord why there's a lot. Hold on, I meant to go to the comments.
All right, so B.Lord, you be like say you know no say.
We can. I'll come back to these another time, but the whole point is, I mean. Yeah, the whole thing is just crazy. You see, you cannot shame the shameless. I'm going to say the same thing, but yeah. If you want to fight corrupt and shameless Nigerians, you must be shameless too to fight shameless and corrupt people. I come to imagine B.Lord in his 80s and still receiving VDMs below. Hey, listen, hey, pause. This proves why it is important to remain and be authentic. Still, VDM should turn his attention to VDM. I mean, not to VDM, to Tim Westwood, especially with him now in Nigeria, and he has charges in the UK he needs to deal with. You know what I mean? I'll leave it like that. You know what I mean? I won't say too much, but if you know, you know. If you don't, well, you can come back on my channel and watch it. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah, man. I will react to some more VDM. Don't get that twisted. It is what it is. Because VDM he's a character, but at the end of the day, we need to talk more about Tim Westwood as well. But let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think VDM should talk about Tim Westwood? Because is it going to help or is it going to hinder? Like, I don't know. Me personally, I always feel like it's always good when someone has that level of attention, the level of reach, the level of influence, the level of connection. They're able to help the situation, especially if you are about activism. Then yeah, now's the time to just turn your attention to the more. I'm not saying that thing wasn't an important matter, because it was, but I'm just saying there's better things. You got better things there's better fish to fry, so to speak. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. Get me. Make sure you say subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because I have more content coming on the way. But other than that, let me know what you want to see, and if I'm available to react to it, or you know what I mean, I'll do what's necessary. All right. So, yeah.